Right, we're back after a little break. It's the Fast Lane. Lovely to have you with us. A lot of people asked where we were. Were you hiding away? Were you running from SARS? No, Johnny's hiding from SARS, not
always.
me. Here we are. What a busy time it's been the last 2 weeks. There's been concerts, there's been golf, there's been cricket,
paddle.
There's been rugby, there's been paddle. It's the Cape of Sport as we know it. There's been some cool cars. There's been some cool cars spotted around Cape Town. There's been a lot of speculation around Formula One about what's happening. By the time you're watching this, there might be news about Christian Horner and what the decision is around his career and going forward with Red Bull, who will take the reins. A lot of questions. Also, John, if we actually start there, Christian Horner in the headlines and in the news for allegations around misconduct.
Yeah, not good timing for him as well, because if you think about it, they're launching their team next week.
Yeah.
That's going to be really big. So you don't kind of need these things before the preseason starts. It's like just disrupts the whole team. And I mean, look, they got the winning car. Everyone's chasing them. So his hearings tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
if you're watching this on a Friday, it's today.
Yeah.
So you'll be watching this, you'll be going, well, the hearing's taking place. And I think a lot more will be revealed in the course of the next couple of days.
They've kept it well under wraps.
Very well.
But you know, Ryan, what I was thinking, you always want to give these guys the benefit of the doubt that it's not true. You know, he seems like a solid guy. You know, you look at him on TV, he seems happy. But nowadays you have to be so careful in these corporates, what you say and what you do, I think, so I'm not sure. I'm going to give him the benefit that hopefully it's not too bad.
Well, listen, there's not only him as a team principal. He's co-owner of the team. He's invested heavily in terms of shares, the facility that Red Bull have. A lot of what the team set up has Christian Horner as a partner financially invested in that. There comes your private plane.
It's early. I told them.
I was supposed to pick you up
today.
No,
not yet.
So you're going to Fancourt for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to go play around in golf there with Donald and the boys. But no, I think, look, all the teams are launching at the moment. Have you noticed some of the colors?
I have. Some of the colors, they like to be a little bit, still familiar, but a little bit out there with some of the colors that they've got.
Yeah, I'm not sure about like Alpha for me is red and black, but they've gone with that stock now, green,
Yeah.
Steak.
Yeah.
The
The other big thing is we know the red car that will be replaced in terms of next year or the driver will at least by Lewis Hamilton.
I mean, geez, I think that broke the internet with him making that decision, and last minute too, which has left Mercedes once again.
Yeah.
If you think Nico Rosberg, Bottas, a lot of those decisions were also last minute, and Mercedes had to sort of, make plans because a lot of these drivers have signed contracts for a long time. So I'm going with Alonso. Yeah, would be amazing. I mean, come on, give him 1 year. Yeah. Just let him go flat out. Let's see what he could do. But I mean,
as a driver, how much security do you have when somebody says to you, John, you've got to ride for a year? Okay, you've got a year contract. Surely you, in the back of your mind, you're going, a year goes like that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking long term? How do you sustain? I suppose at that level, you still also want the security that you've got to drive for the foreseeable future, to bed down a drive and be secure of your drive. I mean, only the top guys, in terms of the top finishers in the points, are secured a drive for more than a year.
I suppose it depends where are you in your career. If you're starting out, you want a long-term contract because it settles you young. You can handle the pressure better, knowing that you've got a long-term. It means the team supports you and backs you. But if you're Alonso and you want to win a championship, you don't have long period. You want to get in the best car that can get you a championship. So for him, a year would be fantastic, especially if they're competitive.
Well, moving away from getting into the best car to be competitive, we can't wait. Very special event. The first probably on the Fast Lane's calendar in terms of events we're going to be hosting is the one out at the Hill Climb.
Yes.
We're going to do something special locally here as well, just before that climb, to unveil the car that you officially, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please.
Oh, look at you.
I got the wrong sound effects. Here we go. Where's my drum roll?
You've been dying. Here we go.
There we go. Crickets. I don't know. You in a car. Can we just make some noise and say that the Samola Hill Climb will have John Williams?
Yes. Come on.
And we can give you a clue. We're not going to tell you what it is.
No, we're not.
We're going to give you a clue.
Oh, gosh. Time to saddle up.
Watch my lips.
That's impressive.
That's your clue. Anyway, Mustang. No,
definitely not. We've been there, done that.
Yeah.
We've ridden that pony into the sunset.
Right. I wanted to say something on this podcast, on this vlog, about press cars. Okay, so first of all, I want to say a huge thanks to our good friend Dion Yube, who runs one of the best fleets in the land. He looks after a couple of the manufacturers, but
not only that, he's also a legendary race car driver.
Oh, great guy!
You know,
one of my oldest racing friends.
Love chatting to Dion.
Helped both of us. Well, I helped him kind of get into radio, and he helped you kind of get your foot in the door with the job.
Yeah.
And anyway, just a great guy. But I want to speak about this very quickly. It's a bizarre setup we have in South Africa. Just in case you watch any, and I'd like you to go and watch as many car reviews as possible. I'm a car nut.
Yes.
I might not know all the nuts and bolts of the cars, but I love cars. I'm a petrol head. I take in a lot of Car Wow. I take in a lot of Chris Harris. I got my own, even like Harry's Garage, where I'll sit and listen to.
What about Shmee?
35. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But the landscape in Europe and the rest of the world is totally different to South Africa.
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay? I don't get cars from any manufacturers. Neither does John. Right?
No.
So we work through a partnership that we have with Car Magazine to do some fun stuff. To not be an know-it-all about cars, to try and do fun things around a car.
Lifestyle things, yeah.
But do you know how hard it is to get a car from a manufacturer for John and I to have a look at? You've got to be, you know what you got to be? You know what this is? This is a bum. This is my lips. Hey, what you doing?
Thought it was
Kiss ass.
Octopus, but yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not calling the people that do the reviews on cars a kiss ass, but you've got to be a kiss ass if they don't know you.
Yeah.
To get a vehicle. So hear me carefully. I'm not calling the wonderful people. I know some of them very well, and they're phenomenal.
Yes.
That do the reviews.
They are.
But the people that are doing the PR for those companies aren't interested in giving anybody else any kind of vehicles without, like, you got to propose what you're going to do with it, how you're going to do it. I'm like, surely you need to sell this vehicle. Surely you need as many people talking about this vehicle as possible.
Yeah.
Surely you need to get people on all kinds of platforms everywhere. And I know you've only got one vehicle. I know that it's got to go everywhere. But when it's done with being everywhere, at any given time, I hear the same thing. You know what I hear? Car Magazine's already had that car. We can't let you and John do content with it. It's not viable for us. I'm like, on what earth, if you and I were in Europe, in America, and anywhere else, would they be throwing cars at us? So a huge thank you to those people that do happen to give us cars. Normally it's private collection cars.
Yeah.
Normally it's guys, the incredible guys like the Rola Motor Group, specifically Rola Luxury Collection, the CMH Group, Dion Yube, who goes above and beyond to help his relationships with various manufacturers for us to get cars, so we can not joyride them, but we can actually talk about them and review them and kind of have some fun in them to create content. Speaking of which, Porsche Cayenne, the new one, the coupe, it's 1.4 odd million. It's a Rola Luxury Collection. It is a great car.
It's a lovely car. It is the perfect car, I think, to get into the market with.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed driving that. I know you love driving it. Yes.
The Gelunterwagen.
The most intimidating car on the road.
Das ist gut, it's a good Gelunterwagen.
It's wunderbar.
Ja, das wunderbar. It's got feels it goes. Get
car,
out my way.
Let's be honest. Everybody, when we look, people look at the car. And they look away. Then they look again and they look back. But people are too scared to look for longer than 3 seconds at their car because they think we're drug dealers, or they thought, it's very intimidating on the road. But I must say,
it's a nice color.
I enjoyed that car. Lots of space and headroom.
White.
I can see why basketball players and drug dealers buy those cars, because
plenty of headroom.
Yeah.
And by the way, but again, I feel like my little rant there about manufacturers and whatever might have been aimed at the people doing the content. It's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. And I want to get that straight.
And I mean,
I enjoy it, and I take it in. And I've just realized after I did the rant that it wasn't aimed at them specifically. It was aimed at anybody who's trying to get into the space to maybe look at cars, review them, try and get their hands and stuff and create content.
But
it's very hard in this country to
honest.
do it.
You need to have some sort of credentials, though. I think that's where they're going amiss a little bit. If I can have a little bit of a dig, because people want to relate to people that actually have experience driving the cars or know cars.
I don't have any experience.
No, but you've driven a lot of cars.
Sure.
You know a lot. You
I will
understand.
give you another example of something that I
think we're lighting a match here.
No, not at all. I think that in Europe, right, journalists get paid a lot of money. They would walk out of a car and tell you, and I'll use Matt Watson as an example. He can afford the 911 GT3 RS that he bought.
That's an amazing car.
But even if he's financing it, he bought it. It's the top of the range car. So when he gets out of it, he can tell you. Chris Harris has owned so many Ferraris and cars. When he gets out of a car, I take it what he. A lot of journalists come into the space and they don't have the funds to be able to purchase one of those cars. Yet they're trying to tell you, who may be able to afford that car, if the car's good or not.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense?
It doesn't.
Anyway, enough about that. Like I said, support them. Thumbs up. We haven't been invited to any one of their braais, any one of the club gatherings.
It's a tight circle.
It's a very.
We started our own circle.
Outsiders.
We are outsiders. We don't care. Talking about car breakfast run routes.
Yes.
I was in Franschhoek this weekend. I mean, you walk down the strip there's some impressive cars. I'd like to know from our viewers, like, what is besides Franschhoek? Because Franschhoek has become so busy. People are getting up very early to do those runs. Where else is a good place to do a run? Bikes or cars?
When there's no traffic.
Can you hit the crickets there? Yeah.
Solari's pass when there's no one on the pass.
Yeah.
Round the back end.
Around the back end is a good run. But I mean, there are loads of runs. But I mean, it's very popular. I would like to know from people, what is a good run to go on? Good
runs in the comments below. Let's talk about the celebrity star-studded week we've had.
Oh.
We went to go watch my favorite band of all time play, Keen.
Yes.
And then we went to go play golf with Tom Chaplin, who's the lead singer of Keen. What a great guy.
Yes. He is a phenomenal golfer, just by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
We had to come back from quite a few shots down. I mean, what did they end up winning? 2 up? Him and Dan?
Just beat us.
I mean, not bad for a bunch of guys that,
Then you and I carried the cricket team for the radio station.
We did.
In the intermediate cricket day, we did very well. We unfortunately lost, but we played cricket.
Yeah.
In the intermediate six, it's always like getting out and getting a bit of fun going. Then we had the Played Cape Town 10s, and you were in the finals of Padel.
Yeah, jeez, what an awesome event. Just in general.
Paddle.
I like paddle. Paddle to the medal.
Yeah.
That's me, yeah. So I got to the final, very chuffed. I was very fortunate to have a professional partner Martin Redness, who's just phenomenal.
Easy. Marty, well done.
And well done to Brett and Luke. They got to the final. We were professional paddle players, I just want to say, and they were the good winners. It was hard for me to say this, but they were really good and they deserved the win, But next year we'll come back stronger. But great event, really enjoyed it.
Paddy and Adele have a son. What do they call him? Padel.
Oh gosh. So that wasn't really
my sound effect.
Oh no, that's gonna be a problem. We need to take that away from you. But yes, very good event. I mean, you were on the mic there.
Unfortunately,
I mean, the crowd was really going.
10,000 people going.
Awesome.
Boss. It was amazing. Thank you.
I was impressed.
Nice.
Doing your thing.
Yeah.
Well done.
You and I have been also in the lookout lately for a project car.
Yes.
For the fast lane. We're going to be looking at that, building one up, chatting a little bit about what we can do to and then maybe give it away on the show. We'll make a car up, we'll do it up, and we'll give it away on the fast lane.
I saw a golf cart that's up for sale. Oh, you're talking something a little bit more serious than that.
Car. We'll do a car and give it away on the fast lane.
No, let's do it. What are you thinking?
I don't know yet. Maybe like a Golf Mark 1 and we'll do it up really nice.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Project.
Anyway, but subscribe, be a part of it, and join us as we go forward with this podcast and vlog. Let's talk quickly about what's happening in the world of, because we went to the concert. We got we invited to the finals of the Betway SA20 this weekend. The Fastlane crew will be there. The Fastlane team finals of the Padel last weekend, runners up.
Yeah.
Massive finals this week. Bafana lost to Nigeria yesterday.
What a pity. Yeah, look, big improvement for Bafana, so I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
But the cricket's exciting. Let's talk cricket. I'm enjoying the cricket at the moment. I'm so glad that they've done something about that.
Eastern Cape. They'll win it.
I think
You've heard it here. Put 50 Rand for a win.
As long as I don't fuff it up.
You're stealing my content.
Yeah, someone listens.
Okay, so listen, if you'd like us to give away a car on this vlog, let us know. Please let us know in the comments down below. Also, if there's anything specifically you'd like John and I to drive or get our hands on. John's got his motorbike license, his scooter license. He can pedal on a bicycle.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Specialized, they've got an amazing range of new bikes out. I've been playing with a lot of their toys lately. Their toys are in incredible.
Yeah.
Specialized is probably the best manufacturer of bicycles in the world. It's why they've got standalone stores. They don't mix their brands with other brands. They've got standalone stores, and Specialized is head and shoulders, in my opinion, above the others. People say, well, the price point, whatever. Yes, but you
pay for what you get.
You pay for quality, huh?
Exactly.
You wanted the good stuff, you got to pay for the good stuff.
But you're going to be using one of those bikes in the weekend.
I'll be out at the Griffin 99, God willing, on the weekend. But that's it from the Fast Lane. It's been another great podcast and vlog. A reminder that we'll be back next week with more of the cool stuff from the Fast Lane. Leave the comments down below. Give us a thumbs up. And don't be a hater to any other channel. Give them some love. We'll catch you again next week.